Pokemon Run&Bun is the hardest ROM hack of all time. A game designed to test you at every corner and punish you for even the smallest of mistakes. My first hardcore Nuzlocke of the game ended in heartbreak, wiping to Norman after dozens of hours of hard work. It was just not meant to be. But if I got all the way to the 4th gym leader on my very first attempt with less than stellar Pokemon by my side, it shouldn't be too long before I'm right back in the Petalburg gym. But then... I'd find myself in a dark place, questioning whether this challenge is even worth it. But just as I'm hitting rock bottom, a couple of unexpected heroes give me hope. What follows is one of my craziest runs ever. One of revenge, joy, heartbreak, and some of the most dominant Nuzlocking of my life. This is not just a run. This is my redemption. I'm shaking up the starter choice. Turtwig was great in attempt 1, and Pangea certainly had its fair share of clutch moments, but my mindset has shifted. All 3 starters are great, and I originally took the one who I thought offered the most value in escaping the early game. But now with more experience under my belt, I'm thinking much further. Enter Chimchar. Infernape isn't just good, it's a force of nature in the mid to late game, especially after Norman. Fast, powerful, and packing an absurd move pool with great stab options like Overheat, Flare Blitz, and Close Combat. Not to mention Fake Out, which is huge in a game full of dull battles, Pokemon with the sturdy ability, and Pokemon holding focus sashes. In other words, if I get past Norman, I will unlock unlimited power. And it gets better because my Chimchar has a naive nature, boosting its already great speed. But that's far from my last naive Pokemon, because my Natu on Route 103 has the same nature. This is an immediate game changer. Natu's synchronized ability gives a 50% chance to pass its nature to any wild Pokemon I encounter, which means I can try to engineer my encounters for extra speed whenever I want. This is massive in a game that has optimal natures for the AI, often giving them plus speed. Now let's assemble the rest of the squad. We got Lotad in Little Route, Bunnelby on Route 101, Ponyta in Odell Town, Seedot on Route 102, and last but certainly not least, Weedle. No, seriously, this thing is a monster. Mega Beedrill is arguably the single best Pokemon in the entire game. So even though it will take a while for us to get the Mega Stone, I absolutely just won the lottery on Route 104. I am also once again delaying my Petalburg City encounter. This will give us a chance at Greninja or Primarina later, which are 2 amazing Pokemon. With Beedrill and Natu leading the charge, I breeze through the first Aqua Grunt, unlocking Dewford Town and a fresh batch of encounters. We get Timber in Dewford, Weasel in Slateport, we also get a nice Shell Armor Pokemon in Choodle, and we get a Tortuga on Route 109, which is amazing also. I also fish up a Horsea on Route 107, who's unfortunately not holding a Dragon Scale this time to evolve into Kingdra before Brawly, but it's still amazing. I could also take a Granticade encounter, but I'm holding out hope for a static Pokemon on Route 110 to increase my Togedemaru odds. However, before I can grab my Electric type, I have to beat the Aqua Grunt back to back in the museum. With this squad, it's a riskless, deathless sweep. Look at this dude, Archie, coming to retrieve this lowly grunt after losing to a child. What a loser. Why don't you fight, you coward? Now, Route 110. My Electric type encounter is Tynamo. An okay Pokemon, but no static. So the Togedemaru dream is dead. With a heavy heart, I return to Granite Cave and catch a Phanpy instead. The box is now set, and it's time to battle Brawly for the first batch. Feeding Natu a rare candy evolves him into Xatu, the perfect opener against Kubfu. The baby legendary has Sucker Punch, a move with specific AI that disincentivizes its use on back-to-back turns. Unfortunately, I lose the 50-50 and eat a Sucker Punch before OHKOing with Drill Peck. It's some tough damage as I don't want to be risking Xatu and its naive synchronized potential unless I absolutely have to. Hitmontop then hits the hardwood, fiending for a Fake Out. And since Xatu can't one-shot, I'll need some chip damage from Seadra. Following Bubble Beam for about 1/3, Xatu returns for the kill, which lures in Lopunny. Tortuga is a classic answer here, soaking up the Retaliate, proccing the eject button, and bringing in Poliwhirl. Electric is an exquisite counter, taking advantage of the superpower defense drop for one shot with Spark. Tortuga does as much as he can against Lopunny, but it's not enough to kill. Seadra has to come in on Drain Punch, but if I'm being honest, I don't really have a true answer here. The plan is going to have to be to sack Seadra here and go to someone else for the finish. But Seadra crits Ball Beam for the kill. What an absolute legend. Seadra, I hate that it has to end this way, but I need the free switch to Monferno against Scraggy here. Thank you for the crit, and I look forward to your emotional support for the rest of the run. Monferno 2 shots with low kick. Xatu Psybeams Combuskin into oblivion, and this run is officially off the ground. The road to Rustboro opens, so I pick up a Bellsprout in Petalburg Woods on the way. It's not the best encounter, but she is very good into the dull battle with the twins on Route 104, and this battle can be pretty tricky without any poison types. I delay my Rustboro and Route 115 encounters, but before fighting Roxanne, I do take my 116 encounter, and this is insane. Infernape, Mega Beedrill, and Guts Obstagoon are some of the best sweepers in the game. By synchronizing Xatu's naive nature onto my Obstagoon, she is going to be a certified star. I didn't really think much about Roxanne earlier, but now with a box I'm super excited about, the stakes are higher and even just a single misplay would be extremely demoralizing. Diggersby, Dreadnought, and Tortuga pop off against the gym trainers, and it's time for Roxanne. Monferno gets the party started, two-shotting Bisharp with low sweep, though he does get his Cherry Berry knocked off in the process. This means after Donphan Ice Shard Zygarde back to Alola, Monferno could get paralyzed when switching back in on Refrigerate Body Slam from Aurorus.
Holy okay, wow. I was not expecting that. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, night.
Lombre is the obvious answer for Caracosta, but Lunatone on the other hand.
Oh my god! Serving it to me on a silver platter, holy okay. Dude, if I can get the kill on this, that would be amazing. What the is happening? What is happening? Oh my god. Night.
The other half of the Meteorite duo is much easier thanks to Linoon, and that's a deathless victory.
This is the run! This run's blessed, baby! This run is blessed! Let's go!
Watson Split is upon us, and it brings with it a couple more encounters. We get Teddiursa in Resturf and Petalil in Verdanturf, who I give a pretty cool nickname.
You what?
We're starting to see more dull battles, and Route 117 has two of them. First one is against Psychic Brandy and Battle Girl Aisha, and it goes well. I lead with a pre-damaged Tortuga, allowing Rapidash to flame wield the Beetle. Switching out Tortuga into Beedrill on the next turn means another Circle of Flames picks up the KO. I carry this momentum through the rest of the fight, winning deathless. So the other Route 117 dull battle must be just as easy, right? This is known as the Lightning Rod Dull Battle. If you played Run&Bun, you know it and probably wish you didn't. This team has incredible synergy and is best countered by strong, fully evolved grass types. And I don't have any fully evolved grass types. I fish up Palpitoad on this route, who's coming to this fight whether he's ready or not. So I think you can see just how desperate I am for good options here. I sit here trying to find a riskless line for 2 whole hours. Eventually I give in and accept that I'm just gonna have to risk one of my Pokemon dying here. In fact, there's just about a 40% chance something's going down. I pre-poison both my leads to prevent paralysis from discharge and use Fake Out plus Rock Slide to KO Amalga, which is different from what I did last time, where I let the Flying Squirrel on the field attacking the other side. I would absolutely love a Seeking Flinch here.
That's worst case scenario, bro!
Yeah, that's not great. Things go from bad to worse as Lantern comes in and crits Lombre with Discharge, and Seeking hits another Hydro Pump to bring Electric down to red HP before Lombre finally gets Ceasus off the field. But unfortunately, with that bad Hydro Pump luck, someone's gonna have to pay the ultimate price.
I'm sorry, Swimmy. I'm sorry.
Rest in peace, Swimmy. You deserve so much better. Your sacrifice ultimately means I can get out of this fight with any more deaths, and I can't thank you enough, my friend. Well, that means it's shell time, and in attempt 1, I lost Rapidash here because the stupid Rhydon decided to set up Stealth Rocks when I thought it shouldn't have. But this time, I'm not losing anyone, especially not after just losing Swimmy. Leading with Chestoberry Girder, Lapras stands no chance, and Dreadnought finishes off Togekiss. Just a couple of hard-nosed Pokemon putting in work. Speaking of hard noses, Rhydon has the hardest of them all. I mean, it's a horde, but it's kinda like a nose if you don't think about it hard enough. Well, while we are debating whether it's a horde or is a nose or not, I got Flippy in, so let's see what he can do.
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't! Yes! White, let's pump! Get him! Okay! That's why you pump delay, baby.
The team is cooking. After Dreadnought and Tortuga KO Vespiquen and Delcatty, it's time for Galarian Slowbro and his 40% chance to go first with Quick Draw plus Quick Claw. He's a tough mon to handle, but I have a plan.
Please, 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 please! Please! Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Clutch up in the paint, baby! I'll see you at Mount Pyre.
When I switched my starter from Turtle to Ape, I knew the Mauville City gym would be a much different experience. Torterra famously KO'd 10 of the 18 Pokemon in the gym in attempt 1, utilizing his part ground typing to neutralize the opponent's electricity. It's no 10 kills, but Infernape takes out a pair of bugs, as well as Eviolite Porygon before getting to the final duel battle against guitarists Sean and Angelo. In one of the coolest technical moments of attempt 1, I brought only Pangea to this fight, turning it from a duel battle to a back-to-back, which worked great because Torterra could sweep through. Makes sense. But somehow, Infernape does the exact same thing. Plusle and Minun aren't bulky enough to live Sky Uppercuts, and Overheat overpowers to Den and Kling Kling, bringing Infernape's final frag tally in Watson's gym up to 7. He's out here proving he's a force to be reckoned with no matter the situation. Now it's time to turn my attention to Watson, whose team of electric types always presents challenges no matter the box. Mega Ampharos and Zeraora are the stars of the show here, and you never feel comfortable going up against them. Magnezone, on the other hand, is lunch for Infernape with Fake Out and Overheat. Bet you didn't see that one coming, but thanks to Ape's naive nature, Lancer can potentially see a kill roll with Scald, which could be bad. I would much rather prefer Thunderwave as I go into Ludi, but Scald comes in. If this burns, I'm in trouble. But Ludi dodges the status. After my first Mega Drain, Lantern decides to Thunderwave, and my second Mega Drain crits for the kill, which is low-key huge because it means Ludi ends the 1v1 without any further chance of paralysis. As Random Fan switches in, prepare yourself for a bit of heartbreak. I need to get Infernape in to KO this guy, but there's no way to switch him in reliably without a sack. Unfortunately, that means Rapidash is taking the fall here. He has some unique tech with high horsepower and bounce, but most of his viability is covered by Infernape. Rest in peace, Stompin'. You will be missed. The patented Infernape Fake Out plus Overheat does the job again, bringing Electros out. You pretty much always want a grass type for this eel, and I've chosen Victreebel, who picks up a clutch poison, allowing her to switch out into Diggersby as the poison damage knocks out eel. So, Mega Ampharos. In case you were wondering, the player doesn't get access to the mechanic after the 5th gym. So instead of countering a powerful Mega with one of my own, I have Diggersby. Himmy Jimmy does as much as she can, but this was never a fair fight for her. Rest in peace, my friend. You did enough to set up Infernape to clinch our 3rd badge, so thank you. But I will say, while just 4 deaths at this stage of the game is not bad, that's now 3 in just a handful of fights. And it's not like Cycling Road Rival is going to take it easy on me. I know this box has the pieces to dominate post-Norman, but the more Pokemon I lose, the less likely I am to get to that point. To bolster the box, I start considering taking encounters I had previously delayed, and I follow through on Route 118 to grab Tentacruel purely because I need one for Cycling Road Rival. The rival fights, of course, change depending on which starter you choose. So since I have Infernape instead of Torterra, I can't just rely on the plans I had during the previous battle. For my rival, Blaziken and Weavile are out, and Swampert and Hawlucha are in. These duos are very different, so my playstyle will reflect that. I'm closing in on the rematch with Norman, and I'm going to do everything in my power to ensure I make it to Petalburg Gym, even if it requires a few losses. Thanks to Obstagoon's naive nature this run, she can actually outspeed the lead in deity, meaning I can simply OHKO with Night Slash without having to worry about screens. Now, thankfully we don't have to deal with a Blaziken, but Hawlucha is here and it is a monster. Unfortunately for us, it will require a sacrifice. To be fair, I thought I was going to lose Victory Bell to Watson, so I've been emotionally prepared for this loss for a bit. Rest in peace. So, Donphan in for free, Ice Shard for Chip, and oh no. This is a tough crit, because it now puts a lot of pressure on Ludicolo to win speed ties against Swampert.
Please, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please, oh please.
Yes! Yes!
Okay.
My rival really had me on the ropes for a second there, but she didn't realize I had a Ludicolo on the rocks, ready to serve up a sweet citrus surprise. And remember that Tentacruel I just caught? See your nickname? Yeah, this is the second sack of the fight. Gardevoir's holding a Focus Sash, so I need some chip before Obscune can Night Slash for the kill, meaning Tentacruel had to pay the price. And with no Steel type in the box, this is the best I could ask for. Infernape sweeps through Serena and Houndoom, granting us a riskless but to-death victory. The reward for a CRR win is a new encounter in Altering Cave where I find Big Bolt the Magneton, which I'm very happy about. Aroma Lady Daisy is the main demon of Route 103's eastern section, headlined by a Contrary Lurantis with Leaf Storm. If you know, you know. But I have Xatu this time, so everything's alright. And getting past Daisy means I'm going to make it to Norman with no more deaths.
Should bait in Persian, because I kill Jinx. Then, okay, just goes for Hex. Oh, shoot! Ah!
Now, that was a tough death, because it did have a good chance to Hypnosis there, but I definitely could have played that fight better. Rest in peace, Flippy. This route is so cursed. Norman, Norman, Norman. We meet again. Your team is gross, I know. But I have answers for your... Wait a second.
How am I supposed to deal with Mega Pidgeot?
There are no Pokemon in this box who beat the Big Bird. So that means I have to go back to some encounter areas that I delayed to try and find an answer. To Route 111 we go. Here, I have a 90% chance to find either an Alolan Golem or Gigalith, both of whom can beat Mega Pidgeot. So without further ado, welcome to the team. Okay, Rustboro City, you got me, right?
Hamilton, come in, baby. Show me the Hamilton. Okay.
Well, alright, the major prize would have been Growlithe here to trade for its Hisuian counterpart, who is the best counter to Norman's Ace. But on the bright side, Togepi is a great encounter and will destroy Cincino. With that, it's time to lock in.
We're not going back to truck this time. We're not going back to truck this time. Come on, baby.
The plan is simple. Lead with Infernape and Fake Out, and then hope that it's Thunder Wave on the next turn.
Come on, no truck attack. We dodge these. Easy. No truck attack. Come on! Well, it was a good run. Yeah, it's just over.
Unbelievable, man. I fought tooth and nail to get back here and exact my revenge, but it's looking dire now. Togedemaru 1v1 Cincino with Iron Barbs, whittling its HP. Xatu psychics through Meloetta, and here comes Mega Pidgeot. This monstrosity means that I have to sacrifice Ursaring and Crustle to get a Rock Tomb off. But with their sacrifices and the speed drop, it means Infernape is able to get the KO with Fake Out and Sky Uppercut. All of a sudden, there are just 2 Mons left. Am I in this? Azumarill's huge power is too much to overcome, however, which is why I brought out the entrainment strats. This is a move that changes the target's ability to be the same as the user's. Not only that, but because Hisuian Lilligant has a fast KO with Leaf Blade, Azu is always going for priority Aqua Jet here, so this is a clean 1v1. Diggersby has huge power and a buffed attack stat though, so Body Slam is going to do too much damage. Normally I'd OHKO with Leaf Blade, but of course the bunny has a Focus Sash. Being near full health, I do consider more entrainment strats, but that feels especially risky. So instead I risk my Togedemaru, who lives on 10 HP and breaks the sash with Iron Barbs. Lilligant now comes back in to KO with Leaf Blade, and I've done it. 38 attempts and dozens upon dozens of hours later, I have finally defeated Norman in Pokemon Run&Bun. I honestly didn't know if I would get here. I didn't know if I was good enough. I didn't know if my mental was strong enough to keep going through this treacherous early game. This battle was a test of endurance, a relentless cycle of hope and despair. But in the end, I adapted, I learned, and I finally broke through. The road ahead won't be easy, but for now, I'll savor this victory. While I do, shout out to the 9 Pokemon who have fallen on our way here. You won't be forgotten. Now, we're in uncharted territory. These upcoming sections of the game are brand new to me, and my only choice is to learn as I go. But there are 3 goats in my box who will carry me through the toughest of moments. Immediately after acquiring the 4th gym badge, it's time to head north towards Lava Ridge. However, the only way to get there is through Run&Bun's reworked Route 111, which requires a journey through the harrowing desert. Without the Go Goggles, that journey is a fruitless endeavor. But if I need the Go Goggles before Flannery, how do I get them? By beating up the Windstraits apparently. Like Vanilla, I must defeat Victor, Victoria, Vivi, and Vicky all in a row without leaving. Sounds very daunting on paper, if not for the first of our 3 goats. Infernape is unsurprisingly the first member of this trio, and he turns this from a gauntlet into a grab-and-go meal. He sweeps through Victor's 2 Cannon and Amalga, as well as Victoria's Abomasnow to get things started. But Vivi lays a trap with Rabombi. The Bug Fairy type has Shield Dust, making it immune to secondary effects like Fake Out. But I'm locked in, so I send in Togepi instead. And sure, Vicky has a Mega Medicham, but Infernape simply hits the range. With the Go Goggles in hand, we can make our way north through Route 111, which has been reworked a bit to have 9 required trainers, as well as 3 more before reaching Route 113. The team pops off against the early trainers, getting us to Mirage Tower in one piece. Magneton's Magnapole ability allows me to nab an Excadrill, who turns out to have a ridiculously good adamant nature. With that, the box is looking stacked. And honestly, our team for these sand trainers is looking really good. However, there is this one hiker who does have a slightly hard Sand Slash that requires a moderate risk.
Dead to 3 rolls of crit right now. 3 rolls of crit kill us. What the?
This loss hurts so much. Lilligant was just starting to make a real impact, and she had her best days in front of her, and it was one of the best fighting types in the game, and it was gone way too soon. Rest in peace. Luckily, Fall Arbor Town is a great place to rest and reflect. And who in the world is that? Windstraight Vito has caught word of what I did to his family and wants some revenge. Honestly, I can't blame him. His team is pretty scary, and my box could use a bit of a shot in the arm. So introducing the second goat, Obstagoon. As I walk into the Pokemon Center and pay a heart skill to max out Obstagoon's attack IV, I can feel her power coursing through my veins. Could you believe that my Goon was doing all that in the early to mid game with just a 3 attack IV? I can feel everyone in Hoenn shaking in their boots right now, including Vito, because after Sturdy Donphan handles Alakazam, Crobat comes in and a max attack Obstagoon facades it to the next century. I utilize Xatu holding a Leppa Berry to keep using Flash while Breloom Mach Punches turn after turn because the AI knows I have a fast kill with Air Slash. The purpose of this plan is to get my HP low enough so that when Crawdon comes in, Vito burns his Water Gem Aqua Jet as I switch into Shiftry. Other than that, my box is just insanely good into this fight. Infernape is also one of the few answers for this Mega Aggron, and we just click Fake Out into Overeat for the kill. With that, we get some nice new encounters. I get Corviknight, who's an amazing physical wall and has some great defensive typing, and I get Clefairy, who is a awesome fairy type with a cool move pool. We then make our way towards Meteor Falls. Here we have a bit of a unique challenge. A 7 battle gauntlet that starts on Route 114 and continues on the other side of the cave. You got things like Explosion Muck, Poison Heal Gliscor, Life Orb Mienshao, and some really big threats. 19 Pokemon in total, and the player only gets 6 for the entire thing without changing their team. But what Dexa didn't realize is that I have a pair of goats ready to rock and roll. In total, Infernape and Obscune took 7 and 8 KOs respectively out of 19 possible. A nice little breakfast meal for these two goats. The reward? 3 new impactful encounters. First up on Route 112.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
I can't begin to tell you how clutch this is. In Rustboro City, you can trade Arcanine for its Hisuian form. It comes with 3 perfect IVs. I get a little unlucky with 2 attack, but Alaska is still bound to be a monster. In Run&Bun, the typical strategy for Flannery is to bait moves with one side while another Pokemon with Rock Slide goes crazy. And Arcanine Hisui is almost the perfect guy for this. Magikarp is also guaranteed by fishing and meteor falls, so I can't pass that up. It's a very reliable encounter in this game. And then in Fiery Path, I'm hoping for a Turtonator.
Oh my dude, I don't deserve this, dude.
Corviknight into Alaska, into Magikarp, into Master T? Does it get any better than this?
No!
Clearly not. Regardless, there's no time to wallow as it's time to save Hoenn from the treachery of Team Magma, the harder of the 2 evil teams. Seriously, Maxie's got his crew in tip-top shape while Archie's running out grunts who aren't ready for prime time while he can't be bothered to battle himself. Mount Chimney has 3 battles waiting for us, each presenting a different challenge from the last. The first is a double battle with a pair of grunts in psychic terrain. It can be an annoying fight, but each grunt only has 2 mons, so by baiting moves via pre-damaging and striking down one side, this quickly becomes a winnable 2v1. As for the next fight against Tabitha, we're looking at a Sun team with a Quick Claw Explosion Torkoal, a Chlorophyll Victory Bell, and Mega Absol. You're lulled in by the fact that he only has 5 mons, but each one is very potent in the Sun. One mistake and he's pushing you right into the volcano. However, we have just about the perfect answer for Torkoal. Sturdy Donphan is able to win with 1 HP remaining, and that means our motto goes for a random attack here. Stone Edge or Leech Life would be perfect as I switch into Excadrill.
Don't crit, don't crit, don't crit, don't crit. We have to hit this range. We have to hit this range now. 94% chance to kill. Come on, dude! Yes! Okay.
I'm not out of the woods yet though. Thanks to that Earthquake, this is once again a random attack incoming as I switch to Houndoom. And it's once again the worst one for me. Can Houndoom clutch up?
Come on, please. I need to hit this range. It's a 56% range. Please! No! Don't crit. Oh, dude, this is so bad. This is so bad.
The Life Orb chip removes Espeon from the field, but I'm stressed. If I make the wrong decision here, I will wipe. The question is, do I sacrifice Houndoom to get out of here with a win, or do I try to have my cake and eat it too? A much younger Drxx probably would have tried to save Houndoom, and in my heart of hearts, I wish I could do that, but I'd be doing a disservice to all the other Pokemon on this journey if I were to wipe when getting that greedy. So I let Houndoom fall and send in Turtonator and Arcanine to close the fight. I barely escaped, and that's not even the hardest battle here. Maxie, Team Magma's main man, has built a team designed to keep the player on their toes. Red Card Crustle can knock you off your balance right away because you'll have no idea which Pokemon will be forced in. At the end of the fight, you'll have to face a Wobbuffet, which is never fun. And in between, he'll unleash a trio of powerhouses in Aerodactyl, Kommo, and Zarude. Those last 2 being quite bulky as well. Funnily enough, Mega Camerupt is by far his worst Pokemon, as any water type sends the camel packing. Another tough lead, another Donphan pop-off. With Knockoff, I can safely remove the red card, and with Rapid Spin, I can clear the spikes and Stealth Rocks. Just like that, Crustle tucks its head back into its shell. Yep, that's a mythical switching in, but the mythical monkey is nothing on my goat. The next few matchups play out similarly with some simple 1v1s, and before I know it, Wobbuffet arrives. Now I've got Seismitoad here, and I've come up with a genius idea of utilizing Swagger to get the blue behemoth to deal damage to itself with confusion. It's not super consistent, but when I get her to max attack, it finally pays off.
Hit yourself. Yes! That's it!
I spent the next few minutes doing the same thing, and then disaster strikes.
Just don't encore, don't encore, don't encore. Hit yourself, please! No! Please, man! And that's the Drxx certified strat right there, baby.
You know, the worst part about this plan was that I went Raspberry because I thought, you know, Mega Camrupt can potentially burn me on my switch-in with Flamethrower. However, this Camrupt is just sheer force, and it actually couldn't have burned me. So if I had a Lepaberry there, I would have had a lot more PP with the Swagger strategy, but, you know, never punish, I guess. Anyways, the world is saved, the path to Lavaridge Town is open, and let's get ready for Flannery's Gym. First up is my Jagged Pass encounter, Rudolphus. Considering the other options were Magmortar and the 3 Like It Rocks and Gibble, I can't say I'm too happy about this one. There's a 3-battle gauntlet on my way to Jagged Pass, but my goats carry me, and before you know it, I'm opening a Gift Hoenn starter egg, which hatches into Mudkip. Nice. You know what? My goats have been carrying me this split, so I'm gonna give them the night off while I take on the gym. While they enjoy their well-deserved time off, I rely on my water and rock types to wash away the trainers, while giving Chlorophyll Shiftry a chance to shine as well, as she handles Hiker Eli's very scary Delphox, the end and arguably toughest opposing Mon in the gym. Well, there's just one thing left to do. Flannery is the first Dull Battle gym leader in Run&Bun. It has a squad taking advantage of Mega Charizard Y's permanent sun. With the offensive threats on our team, you have to come with Pokemon who can switch into its moves and provide some offense. One of the reasons the lead Salazzle can be such a pain is because it knows Fake Out. And good luck finding a Mon who can get a Fake Out off first because the Toxic Lizard has 117 speed. But as the sun goes up, Shiftry's Chlorophyll comes into play, allowing her to outspeed and get that Fake Out in first, while Ludicolo also gets a Fake Out into Mega Charizard. A huge discovery in planning this fight is that I wanted the Hidden Power Lottery on Shiftry, as she has Hidden Power Ground, the perfect move to use on turn 2 to OHKO Salazzle as I switch Caracosta in for Ludicolo. Now it's time to unleash Alaska. Fire Rock is a phenomenal defensive typing in this battle, and the rock typing just means powerful rock slides. We KO Mega Charizard, Talonflame, and Entei in just 2 turns. Flannery finds herself down to her final pair of Pokemon. This right here is the crucial turn of the battle. Incineroar is going to Fake Out, but it's 50-50 for who it targets. If it's Caracosta, I win. If it's Alaska, I could be in trouble.
Yes! Yes! Let's freaking go, dude! Oh, that's so good, that's so good, that's so good, that's so good!
It's just a matter of time before Marowak and Incineroar fall, and that's a Deathless Flannery with 0 goats. Out of the flame and into the ocean, I pick up the Surf HM on the beach. And now that I can brave Hoenn's waters, I am able to nab 6 new recruits. Hisuian Voltorb in New Mauville, Frillish on Route 115, Barraskewda on Route 134, Delmise on Route 108, Hawlucha on Route 105, and a Alolan Muck in Abandoned Ship. All in all, a very successful surf sim. Let's keep the party going, shall we? The Weather Suit is our next stop, and we find the research center taken over by Team Aqua. And let me tell you, these are some of the easiest fights in the game. I'm not sweating over a single one of these grunts, or even Shelly. Just watch this.
Mian Xiao. Okay, so Ape outspeeds this guy by 1 point, which means we should both be going for Fake Out here. Inner Focus. Wait, it's Inner Focus? No, I'm kidding.
What a Fake Out by me, honestly. Team Aqua is so pathetic, they couldn't even get value out of Tornadus or Nihilego. In Dragonite, well, I mean, I did have to rely on Gyarados dodging a burn on 3 straight fire punches, but again, Team Aqua, they have no experience with fire. Excadrill Earthquakes Lantern into the ground, and alright, I do have to sack Weirder here. I'm not about to wipe to Team Aqua because that would be embarrassing, and if the cost of a guaranteed win is a Rudolphus sack, then so be it. Rest in peace, buddy. Our reward for winning is arguably the most important encounter of the split, Castform. No, seriously, it's never come into any fights, but its held life orb surely will be. Speaking of held items, you might remember that I said this is the story of the 3 goats, and I've only talked about 2 of them. Well, that's because while my 3rd goat has been with me since the beginning of the journey, he's been 1 item away from his final form. Back on Route 105, the reward for beating this Dull Battle is the Beedrillite. And with that, the 3rd goat is officially online. and I immediately forget to give him the Mega Stone heading into the Route 119 rival fight. How fun. This is one of the most creative fights in the game, as it takes place in Permanent Thunderstorm, which means it's a combination of rain and electric terrain. And what I said about forgetting the Beedrillite, that was actually a lie. We're able to switch in on Woodhammer and click Endure to live another hit, and U-turn to KO a Lowland Executor. And that's just a taste of what's to come. Mega Beedrill is one of the best Pokemon in the game. It has a better defensive typing than you'd think, allowing it to switch in on a lot of resistant moves. It blasts opponents into the next year, and it ships a lot of stuff with U-turn while switching out. Adaptability with that attack stat is just unheard of. He takes a couple KOs in the gym as well, propelling us to the flying type Master Winona. For the first time in the run, all 3 goats are on the team at the same time, and they are about to rock Winona's world. She leads with a choice banded Staraptor, and I go with the Goon. If you're wondering why she isn't pre-burn, that's because you get fully healed before fighting any gym leaders. Obstagoon is here because she baits guaranteed close combat as I switch into Slowbro. This guy came on Route 120 east of the city, and it couldn't have came at a more perfect time. Slowbro is one of the best Pokemon for this fight. We're able to eat close combats while setting up a future sight. We're able to click Psychic to KO Staraptor and bring in Volcarona, who immediately takes a future sight to the face. With the Focus Sash now broken, Infernape comes in on the Bug Buzz to fake out and set up an Obstagoon KO with Sucker Punch. And why do we not kill with Ape here? It's because Obstagoon draws in Hawlucha. This guy has Flying Gem acrobatics, and what we want to do is bait close combat from this guy and not aggro. And with that, it's time to go into Beedrill. Big B, absolute killer. Celesteela requires the most cooking by far in this fight. Gyarados is in for an Intimidate drop, and this means Slowbro comes back in for some slack off strats, eventually leading to a Seismitoad KO. And why Seismitoad? Well, I think you already know where this is going.
And because my Beedrill is absolutely broken, we just outspeed it for this guy. Now here's the thing. This Altaria is flying and dragon type. So I actually don't kill him because my Poison Jab isn't super effective. The only way this Poison Jab will kill is if the AI, for some reason, clicks Mega Evolve, man. If he, for some reason, makes the idiotic play of Mega Evolving his Altaria, I will kill him now. So, let's hope the AI is stupid. Oh, you're stupid. Oh, you're stupid. Oh, get played. Oh, you just played yourself. Oh, you just played yourself. Oh, no. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Come on, dude. Ah. GG.
The boys are buzzing, the goats are goating, and things are only getting better. If you thought the Surf Sim encounter class was good, take a look at this crew. In the Scorching Slab, I first grab Golisopod. This guy is, in my opinion, the single best Pokemon in the game because it completely warps how you play. Emergency Exit basically gives you a free switch if you manage your HP correctly. And in Lilyco City, I've duped out nearly the entire surfing table, guaranteeing me a Dragonite, which is a massive power boost at this point. And in Safari Zone, we get a Blastoise, and I totally cooked with this nickname. And then on Route 121.
Oh my goodness! That's the guy right there! That's a guy! That is a guy right there!
Weavile is the perfect opener against Lily Cove rivals Garchomp, countering the Yachi Berry with a multi-hit triple axle to immediately knock out the Landshark. Weavile is so strong that my rival sends out one of their own, but Conkeldurr Mach Punch makes quick work of it. But this fight is not as easy as it may initially seem. This is in fact one of the hardest fights in the game in my opinion. The fun actually just kind of stops here. As hard as I tried, there was just no way to fit a Pokemon on this team who could switch into Alakazam safely. So the only option is to sack Conkeldurr. A tough sacrifice, but it's one that means Weavile gets in for free to KO. But the demons don't stop there. Melmetal is a scary part of this fight. It's extremely bulky and hits very hard. Right now, 7 out of 16 Thunder Punch rolls kill Weavile, meaning Melmetal could go for the attack as I switch into Golisopod. But if that happens and it crits, I could die. Thankfully, it's Body Press instead. Bullet dodged. Sizetoad comes in for free to 1v1 the mythical, and now we have to face a legendary. Are you kidding me? May, I know I beat you back on Route 119, but can you take it easy? Anyway, like Alakazam, there's no way to switch into this guy safely. So, unfortunately, Sizetoad goes down, paving the way for Dragonite's debut, which is just delightful. All that's left is for Golispot and Gyarados to tag team Mega Swampert, and the rival battle trilogy is officially complete. With Conkeldurr and Sizetoad going down, the death counter ticks up to 14. And while that may seem like a lot, especially because we're not even in Mount Pyre or Magma Hideout yet, I believe that these encounters have been pretty strategic and we've kept our best Pokemon alive, which is the important part. The box is in a super healthy position heading into the endgame. And with all 3 goats alive as our leaders, there's no question I can bounce back from a 2-death fight. And I will say, there's nothing better than a Team Aqua section to get back on track. The evil organization has taken over Mount Pyre, but I'm stacking deathless wins like it's the Steph and KD Warriors. The goats keep on doing their thing, and before you know it, I find myself at the peak, ready to take on Archie in a tag battle with Shell. I cooked a pretty cool line that involves Clefable getting an early kill on Hydreigon to position Dragalge early. What this does is allow myself to follow me as Shell's Rhyperior kills Dragalge. This line is very consistent as it would allow me to then go into my Alolan Muck, who has a Cussap Berry with Explosion, and then Mega Blastoise can handle the endgame. However, there's just one slight risk on this fight. There is just about a 3% chance for the Delcatty to live, and if that happens, then my whole line is completely messed up. And at the time of this battle, there was another Nuzlocke who attempted to do Mount Pyre with a Clefable. And not only did Clefable seem like a very viable strategy for me, I also wanted to redeem Pichao. I mean, he had an amazing run and he got incredibly unlucky on this fight, and you know what? It's time for us to redeem him.
Here we go, baby! Lock in! Lock in! Shell, I need your Delcatty to die! Please, I need it to die. I need it to die. I need it to die so bad. So bad. Let's not repeat history. Let's not repeat history. This is for Pichao. This is for Pichao. Avenge our fallen soldier. Delcatty, die, please. Please, 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 okay? Let me see CC. Let me see CC. No, 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 no! No shot! No shot! No shot! No shot! No shot! Die! Ah! No! Dude! No! Are you kidding me? My steering options are so bad, dude. I'm pretty sure I'm wiping. Not like this, man. I've not even planned this line yet. We still have the Cussap Berry boom. I need to stay alive. No, no, no. Okay, yeah, Clefable just needs to stay alive this turn. I'm always dead to Sludge Bomb. I'm dead to every Sludge Bomb roll. It's less than 50-50 for Clefable to live right now, because it's random target into me or Delcatty. And if it targets Delcatty, it's 1 in 3 to Sludge Bomb, which would be a lose con. I need it to be Dragon Pulse or Focus Blast. I think there's no other option. What do I do then? What do I do? Obviously, I'm not gonna follow me, because I still need Delcatty to die. Because the high roll play is Delcatty dies, I live, and then Rhyperior's in, and then we're just back on track, right? I don't Encore Dragalge, or actually I could on... No, there's no reason to Encore Dragalge, I think. I can Encore Hydreigon, I guess. I think that's the right play. Just like Moonblast Dragalge, do nothing. I think that's the play. Oh, wait, 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 no, 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 no. That could put into Stone Edge range, right? Yeah, yeah. Do I just Moonblast my own Delcatty slot? Maybe that's the play. I'm Encoring my own Delcatty, bro. Please. Okay, Dragon Gem gone. Please, 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 please. No Sludge Bomb, no Sludge Bomb, no Sludge Bomb, please. No Sludge Bomb, no Sludge Bomb. Oh, I'm gonna pop up so hard, bro. Please, man. Please, dude. I think the run might come down to this. Oh! No, dude. No. We boom to kill these guys, and then it's Rotom Frost, Stack Attack, a Sharpedo Mega. I think that's doable for Blastoise. See you later, man. Don't crit Rhyperior, please don't crit Rhyperior. Maybe a crit is good, I don't know. This is gonna do a lot to Rhyperior, though. What should I protect, bro? Alright, it's Blastoise against the world, boys. We have to, like, dodge Blizzard, not get frozen, something like that. But I think my play is always just to kill this Torpedo. We have to dodge freeze. We have to dodge freeze. This is the minimum requirement. If we get attacked, I don't know. But minimum requirement, we have to dodge freeze here.
Waterfall. Come on. Don't freeze me. 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 Please. Please, 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 please. Please, yes, come on.
Please! Please! Please, 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 please. Crit, dude. Okay. Oh! Am I dead to Thunderbolts? I'm dead to Thunderbolts. I think we lose, dude. Alright, Venu. Good luck, man. Come on, please. Is there any hope? Any hope? Any hope? Any hope? Come on. Any hope? We're dead. Please, Venu. Please, Venu. Please, crit. Nice. Come on, just sleep powder something. Sleep powder something. Come on, Venu. Sludge Bomb. Okay, dodge Blizzard. Heavy Slam. How much is, oh. That's the worst kit, no. We have to dodge Blizzard now. We have to dodge Blizzard. We have to dodge Blizzard. Okay, come on, crit him. Sleep powder or crit? Crit, 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 crit. It's looking grim. That's GG. Dodge Blizzard. Dodge Blizzard. Dodge Blizzard. No, you see killing Rotom now. It's over. Yeah, GG.
And just like that, just when everything seems perfect, when you know victory is in sight and that you've mastered the game, it can all come crashing down. This single wipe has undoubtedly hurt me the most. I was so confident in my ability to win this run. This was genuinely one of the greatest boxes you can have in this game. And the saddest part is, I got greedy. I could have invested 2 scales into my shift tree to have a riskless double boom line. But instead, my ego got the best of me, and I got punished for it. The lesson in all this is that no matter how good your Pokemon are, no matter how well you've been playing, any fight in Run&Bun could be your last. I should be proud. On the brink of quitting, I pulled myself together and put together a run for the ages. I'm not gonna lie though, this one stings. But that's exactly what this game wants. It wants to chip away at my confidence. It wants to make me question everything. It wants to break me into a million pieces. But I can't let it. I won't let it. I will not surrender. I've come too far to let this be my legacy. Next time, I'm not just going to win. I'm going to make history.
God.